Thank you again. The finest practitioners of the arcane crafts on the continent can be found within the Order. I'm an experienced sagecrafter. My skills as a mage leave much to be desired, but no one knows stones like I do. There are many things we have learned from our time with the Fae, though their magic is quite unlike ours. Don't be a stranger!
I will join the SCHOLIA ARCANA to become a powerful mage.
Welcome to the ISA chapter house of the SCHOLIA ARCANA. How may I be of assistance? We are an order of magic practitioners dedicated to the fostering of knowledge regarding all things mystical and arcane. While the heart of our power lies in Rathir, we keep an embassy here in ISA to maintain strong relations with the Fae. Traditionally, our applicants undergo years of preparation, but we understand your circumstances are somewhat irregular. Ever since you entered the city, we've been watching you. After all, an endorsement from Niralim is not quickly dismissed. If it is your wish to join our order, you must first complete the trial of initiation. It is a ritual that will better equip us to understand what place you might have among us. I will not lie, some do not survive the ordeal. Of those who do, only a select few are chosen to become members of our order. Then first I shall present you with this. It is the story of the Order's founding and a good primer for all who wish to join our ranks. Now I shall summon the circle of mages necessary to perform the ritual. Savant Engar will lead the trial. Speak to him in the Delving Hall when you're ready to begin. Despite Joram's frustrations, the wild magic of the Fae can be channeled in the most extraordinary ways. It is a great honor for us to be granted a place among them. The ISA chapter is but a small branch of our larger Rathir chapter in the plains of Erethel. We focus more on researching the magics of the Fae and Dalentarth than pure instruction. We are a society of mages dedicated to the study of magic. Short of joining, the best way to learn about the Order is to read On the Founding of the SCHOLIA ARCANA. As a docent of the SCHOLIA ARCANA, my duties involve handling all tasks necessary for the day-to-day administration of the Order's affairs in ISA. It is not for me to divulge the details of the trial. I can only advise that you do not take the risk lightly.
Is this a cave inside a tree? Ooh. Oh, the late kid the professor gave me was to enter the cave, the Ornat cave.
Greetings. I will be the savant presiding over your trial of initiation. Traditionally, applicants have prepared for the challenges of this trial through years of study and training. But as Augur mentioned, we realize you are unique. Do you have any questions before we begin? The magic of the ritual confronts the applicant with his or her own potential. Consequently, no two experiences are the same. How this potential manifests varies. Whatever takes place is for the applicant only. Tradition dictates it is never spoken of. And a final warning. While whatever shape the magic takes isn't real, not truly, what happens can have real consequences. Do not underestimate the danger. Eager, aren't we? Very well. Proceed into the center of the circle. If you can face the specter of your potential and emerge from the magic of the trial, you will be one of us. Good luck.
Let's begin the action.
Not the most welcoming place, is it? Is that a pile of corpses? Fascinating. Don't pay any attention to my ramblings, Initiate. Those fair Gorta look like they're out for blood. Possess quite the capacity for violence. Intriguing. By the Founders, what is that? A synergistic construct of all chemical elements, resonant within a sage-crafted crystalline substructure. I do hope you survive the trial. We must discuss this further. The first phase of the trial is complete. Proceed further, Initiate, to... Another cave. How interesting.
For the mountain god!
Something is terribly wrong. Ahead, I sense another's presence in the trial. Dissonance? Growing? Cannot...
Where am I? What is this place? This place reeks of splintered magic, crafted, cut, and spun from broken threads. I tire of these endless prisons and these paltry games. Begone!
It's full of lava everywhere. Inferno hot.
Such power! One moment we were linked, sustaining the magic of the trial, and then an arc of energy, the likes of which I have never seen, burst from you. 3 mages lay dead, and 2 have fled screaming. I know the trial is not meant to be shared, but what in Lyria's name happened? A woman? Masked in shadow? I will need to consult my books. Perhaps later we can discuss the details. For now, we have dead to bury and missing mages to find. As for the formalities, you have proven yourself worthy in the trial of initiation. In the name of the SCHOLIA ARCANA, I hereby confer unto you the title of Neophyte. Welcome to the Order. Come speak to me when you're ready to be of use. I am sending you to the ruin of Aod, to the south. There, the element of fire thrives as though it has a life of its own. After your initiation trial, the magic in Aod shifted. I believe this magic is tied to you, Initiate. Confronting it might yield some answers. It is a wondrous world we have been graced with, and among its marvels is the force of magic that builds in strength every day. We have a responsibility to know what these forces are, so that we may better control it. Ah yes, newly welcomed applicants are known as neophytes. In time, those who have progressed to handling certain amounts of responsibility may become docents. Particularly gifted members may one day reach the rank of adept. They are traditionally the agents of the SCHOLIA ARCANA, to whom great tasks may be entrusted. A very few may reach the rank of savant. These are the leaders of the Order, and they yield only to one, the Art Sage.
Looking around me, what's happened? I'm afraid of dying from explosion.
Oh, right. You passed. Up until the point where all hell broke loose, you were even doing well. Not that we expected anything less. He is, one of the most gifted sage crafters we have produced in generations. Wherever he may be, I hope he is safe and will soon return to the fold. Priests of Raykor have long sealed Aod from entry, but we know it to be an ancient ruin. If you're interested in the details, read Velthilian Carr's Aod, the Mythos of Mayhem. I'm sure our library has a copy. Followers of Raykor dwell within. They have quite the affinity for fire, as do other creatures found there. As for what may be causing the recent swelling in power emanating from the ruin, your guess is as good as mine. Where did I put my quill?
if you loot everything, if you try to loot everything, your backpack will be too full and you will not be able to grab anything anymore. Arqua is vulnerable to fire. Attacking fire. Fire magic.
I hoped you would come. After all, I owe you so much. How can I repay you for what you've done? There was a time when kings begged me to read their fortunes. Shall I read yours? I have so many names, but I am not the subject of this conversation. Do you wish your fortune read or not? Interesting. It appears as though you have no future. Does this mean your death is nigh? I've crafted what I need, and I'm done with this woman's body. Right now, she's trying to tell you to kill me. Perhaps you would like to oblige her? Now, burn!
She's not a real Nuala Ignis. She is possessed. Do you see the bright of the eyes? The golden bright of the eyes? And of course Nuala would act as hostile to you. She wasn't, right?
Ah, it was Nuala Ignis who stirred the magics of Aod. At least now we may restore the balance of the ruin before the rest of Dalentarth is engulfed in flames. What is this? You caught her crafting this, you say? Remarkable. Just utterly remarkable. That might explain her behavior. Breaching the seals of Aod should have been far beyond her capacity. Not to mention whatever this is, I have never seen the like. It is as if the element of fire were given physical form. You have done well. I have another assignment for you when you are ready. In the meantime, I shall be studying this sunstone. Adept Fell recently began investigating some disappearances in Melaglia. I haven't heard from her in some time. I want you to go to Melaglia in the plains of Erethel. A member of our order will meet you on your way there to give more information. Do not keep your contact waiting, and when you've sorted the business with Lerkara out, meet me at the Rathir chapter house. Archsage Jubal Calidus is the highest-ranking member of our order. He is the most powerful sorcerer alive, and as such, commands the allegiance of all within the SCHOLIA ARCANA. If he ever asks anything of you, neophyte, be sure to deliver. Melaglir is a trade hub between the great cities of Odessa to the south and Rathir to the north. Lately, however, the town has been experiencing a number of disappearances. Where did I put my quill?
Pyroclastic resonance, body temperatures still well above ambient, and freshly broken earth. Ah, forgive my manners. You were sent to meet a contact, and here I am, Jubal Calidus, Arch-Sage of the SCHOLIA ARCANA. If you would be so kind as to ready your weapons, I believe we are about to be attacked. You will be in my thoughts. That was bracing, wasn't it? Ethan did not exaggerate your prowess, but it was a pity what happened to this caravan. I followed their trail from Melaglir in the hope that they carried a letter from the missing Adept Fel, and indeed I was correct. I believe this should go to you. The message names a likely suspect. Continue onward then, to Melaglir. Speak to this Patrick Morkan, and find what befell our missing colleague. I am not accustomed to being questioned by anyone, even newcomers as promising as you. See to your task, neophyte, and remember, whatever attacked Adept Fel is not to be underestimated. Ethan and I came up through our initiation trials together. He is my most trusted savant. There is a reason he was chosen as your mentor, neophyte. Heed his wisdom. Nestled in the protective shadow of Kandrian Keep, it appears Melaglir is now home to a predator. Try speaking to the local villagers to determine what has happened to Adept Fel. Should you tarry in finding what troubles the village, there might not be anyone left to question. For centuries, the High Lords of Kandrian used spell and sword to keep a fragile peace. But times have changed. It has become a land ruled by fear. Use caution when walking its roads. Fascinated with rank, are you? Perhaps one day you would like to stand in my shoes. Trust me, it is not as pleasant as it seems. Nestled in the protective shadow of Kandrian Keep, it appears Melaglir is now home to a predator. Try speaking to the local villagers to determine what has happened to Adept Fel. Should you tarry in finding what troubles the village, you will be in my thoughts.
Oh no, I think I just entered a den of Bolgar. A den of these giant creatures with giant hammers ready to attack me.
On a darkling wind she rose, gripped within impassioned throes, and I, her chosen witness proud, did fall beneath her endless shroud. Something about you reminded me of the verse. Of course, the poet was discussing death. I am Patrick Morcan. How may I be of assistance?
I dislike the tone of your talking.
A particularly belligerent woman, if I recall. I believe she left our village recently for parts unknown. Master Dace made quite the fuss. Apparently, she left her possessions in a footlocker in her room. I suppose she left in a hurry. Don't be a stranger. Good day.
Hail, Wanderer.
vulnerable to fire. Attack them with fire. Maybe with a staff of magic power.
Guard doing sending a neophyte to rescue me? Doesn't he understand what's going on here? There is a necromancer in Mel Aglia. Look around you. Patrick Morkin's wife may have died from natural causes, but nothing natural brought her back. I know because I've been watching her walking corpse feast on prisoners for over a week. She and her husband are nearby. If you strike quickly, you can catch them by surprise and end this horror. Yes, I'm not certain which is more torturous, having to watch Patrick Morkan feed villagers to his dead wife. All the way he caresses her cheek as he wipes the blood from her chin. Ooh. As threatening as his dead wife may seem, kill the sorcerer first. Once the Master is destroyed, the magic that animates her corpse will dissipate. She's just an automaton, after all. We both know there isn't a magic that can bring the dead back to life. I'll see to getting out of this cell. With you distracting them, I should be able to escape. I'll see you at the Raven when this is done. Ethan Engar is one of the most knowledgeable and respected spellcasters in the Order. He may seem distracted or absent-minded at times, but trust me, we're lucky to have him on our side. I'll tell you my whole life story just as soon as you deal with the Morkans and save this village. I'll tell you everything you want to know about it, just as soon as you stop the Morkans. Not an unusual thing in these times, especially with the Tuatha raiding the coastline. But Kandrian's always been secure. When the Order heard of what was happening, we had to investigate. Something unnatural was at play. Hurry.
This isn't what it looks like. Oh, fine. I'll admit it. I tried to bring her back from the grave. Is it really so hard to understand? Have you never been in love? I'll say one thing. Your timing is impeccable. I think she's hungry, and you'll make quite the feast. Don't be a stranger.
It's not difficult to defeat Patrick, just
I'll make you pay for that, you
attack
monster.
him with fire magic. He's vulnerable to fire. Like the boss, he's vulnerable to fire. Attack him with fire of a staff with fire magic, or fire magic of your own abilities.
After all this, I'm grateful to be alive. And uneaten. It was lucky that you showed up when you did. I must say, I'm impressed, neophyte. Few of your rank would be able to handle a necromancer of Morkan's power. I will remain behind, attend to the village. You should report to Savant Engar as quickly as you can. I've got my work cut out for me repairing the damage that Patrick Morkan did to this village. But I'm glad to be here at least. We explore the magic of this world, for it is a powerful force that can be abused, as we've seen. It's the main base of the SCHOLIA ARCANA in the Feylands. Sometimes I miss city life, but I feel like I have a duty to this town. Farewell.
Curios, talismans, items of power. City Watch never rests. City Watch, move along. Greetings.
Greetings, neophyte. So, a necromancer was behind Melaglir's disappearing villagers. Disturbing. My suspicions regarding your potential were well-founded. You are forthwith promoted to the rank of docent. As a docent, your first order of business is to the west, to speak with a man named Anka Edmure. I am a savant in our prestigious order. As scholars of the arcane, we are organized into various ranks according to our mastery of magic. Savant is the second highest rank of the order. My responsibilities may be difficult for you to comprehend until you are better versed in exactly what it is we do. I imagine it rankled Adept Fell to no end that you were responsible for saving her life. That pleases me. It is a wondrous world we have been graced with, and among its marvels is the force of magic that builds in strength every day. We have a responsibility to know what these forces are, so that we may better control it. You are to liaise with a man named Anka Edmure, a rather enthusiastic sagecrafter from the village of Emer to the west. He often sends reports of mystical occurrences that usually turn out to be exaggerated tales of inebriated fever dreams. His latest cry for help, however, may hold some truth. Go to Emer, speak to the man, and find out what he means by Shardfall has come alive. You wish to know more about him? I believe he is a sagecrafter of some ability. His ardor for magic is noble, but I fear he has never demonstrated the breadth of skill necessary to warrant an invitation to our order. Where did I put my quill?